y'all, welcome back to Glam's Room. Thank you so much for joining. It's your girl Glamorous, and this video is pretty exciting because I'm doing renovations to my room, to Glam's Room, which is where my YouTube is basically based out of. This is kind of my whole thing, which is why I wanted to call my YouTube Glam's Room, is because I'm gonna be recording and doing all my stuff in my room, and that's where all my content basically happens, you know, for the time being. So I gotta make it, you know, personal to me. So we actually just moved into this house January 2023, so the beginning of this year, and my bed that I originally had was way too big, in my opinion, for my room. It was taking up literally 3/4 of the room, and my room just felt cramped, and I wanted more space. So it finally was aligned for us to go ahead and get a new bed, and we searched on IKEA, shout out, and found this like nice modern L-shaped twin size bed. And it has drawers at the bottom for extra storage, period. I was actually looking for this L-shaped bed specifically because I loved the way it looked and I knew it would fit perfectly in this corner of my room. And I don't remember the last time my bed was this close to the ground. My family likes to have elevated beds, so they'll do like the double mattresses. And my mom even was like, so do you want like a lifter for your mattress, like under the mattress? I was like, no, absolutely not, because you know the border only goes so high. I don't know, I feel a little bit more like connected to the ground floor, even though I'm on the second floor. I just feel I like it better on closer to the ground. Okay,
like, hey girl, shut the fuck up. I ain't gotta explain shit to you. You see the damn.
And shout out to my parents for helping me to put this bed together. I literally would not have been able to do it without them. Reading the instructions was overwhelming enough for me, and I was probably frustrated and stubborn the whole time, and they still, you know, because that's my parents, period. And my father is an electrician slash handyman, so he's setting the bar very high. And my friend had asked me the other day, do I want to get married? And this reminded me of why, yes, of course I do. Do I look like I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life by myself? Also, here's a quick snippet of my bed. I actually had a video from before, but I don't know what happened to it. My phone was glitching and I had to restart it. So anyways, I digress, but this is how big my bed was. I think it was like a queen size that was upstairs in storage. And this is the end result. I love how it fits perfectly in that corner. My other bed literally came to the edge of the closet and like all the way down to the other side of the window. It just took up so much space. And I love the color. It's basic neutral. It goes well with the rest of the theme of my room. I also put my shoes in the drawers, so I used that for storage for my shoes instead. Well, instead of like clothes, because before I was storing my shoes under my own bed because it was elevated off the ground, so it was just like tucked away under. So, you know, that worked out pretty well too. So this is me trying to edit a little bit, like nitpick the details, trying to rearrange my room to see how I want everything to function. I had a few different night table options, so I wasn't sure which one to put by my bed. And I also recently learned about the EMF radiation that comes off of your phone or devices that are like plugged into the wall. So I figured, oh well, let me put all of my other electronics on the opposite side of my room and not by my bed. So I was doing a lot of like running around and switching around, like my Alexa that's constantly plugged in, so I was like, let me put that with the electronics and stuff. And I also had some LED lights that I'm waiting to put up, but it was a lot for one day. I was like, let me do that later, child. I'm also pretty impulsive because we had got this bed holder, what you call that, bed frame, and I was so ready to put it together. We didn't get the mattress yet. We still ain't got the mattress, child. So I, you know, put my other bed away and I ain't had nowhere to sleep. I'm playing I had somewhere to sleep, but my thought process was we might as well go ahead and put the bed frame together now, because we're not going to want to do the bed frame and the bed right on top, you know, the same day. And then I heard that we was going to North Carolina the next day, so I wasn't even going to be sleeping in it. And then when we go to North Carolina, we can get the mattress, so when we come back, I have the mattress and I can sleep in the bed. So it really all worked out perfectly, perfect timing, and I actually knew that it was all going to work out in the first place. And it was funny because we had a mission to North Carolina where I had an audition for a fashion show. My parents were going to go get the mattress, and when they came back to pick me up, I was like, where is the mattress? Ain't no mattress on the bed. And they was like, this is IKEA, babes. You know what I'm saying? This is why we went to IKEA in the first place, because it's rolled up in a box and all you got to do is open it when you get home and lay that baby on the bed. Easy peasy. Shout out to IKEA. They really did their thing for real. So this is when we get back and I had the energy all of a sudden to put the LED lights up. And at first I was just going to go around the roof, you know, the box of the room. But then I saw this vision for my pictures and my picture wall, and I was like, I definitely want to be extra AF right now. And the thing with doing these types of projects is I'm like, it's either going to turn out really well and I'm going to be so glad that I did this, or it's going to turn out really bad and I'm going to have wasted time. And I don't like to waste time, child, but this outcome I would say is not a waste of time. You know, it's a little crooked. Don't come for me a little bit. Some of the posters are a little crooked, and then like the end, just listen, just don't come for me. It is what it is. It do what it do, and I'm gonna leave it like that until I feel like straightening it up. Okay, one thing we did forget was the bed sheets for the mattress. new in the household, so you know we didn't think to do that, but you know we still got sheets, so of course I'm gonna make do with what I got. Hello miss, make it happen, make something shake, what they say. Look, I'm very simple. All I need is a couple sheets, a nice blanket that's cozy, a nice silk pillowcase. But yes, I'm very excited about this, and I wanted to put LED lights because I'm starting to put more lamps in my room rather than just using the big light up top to make my room more cozy and warm and, you know, somewhere where you want to relax. And it really did do the job. I want to stay in my room all day. I know you didn't think it was over. No, baby, the video is just getting started. So I mentioned before we went to North Carolina for a fashion show audition and to get my mattress, and then we went back to Columbia that same day and then drove back to North Carolina, different city, the next morning. We do this because we like to torture ourselves. No, I'm playing. My family is so used to driving. We drove to Florida like every 2 weeks while we were transitioning, moving to South Carolina. Actually, fun fact. But to stay back on topic, my family was blessed with the opportunity to stay at this beautiful Duke University hotel. And yes, Duke University has its own hotel. If you didn't know, Duke University has its own hospital too.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this all this is you right here?
Bougie. Bougie. That's all I got to say. I mean, seriously, I think every corner, every inch of this building was thought out to the very last detail. I also think it was really cool, all the frames they had posted around the buildings to give history lessons on a lot of like golf or people that contributed to, I guess, the hotel, or probably more so the history of Duke University in general. But yeah, y'all, they had the high ceilings. The usher is not going to let you touch the door. He's going to hold it for you every time. I think that's so cool. When we first touched down, we dropped all our stuff off at the hotel, and thank goodness Duke University is pet friendly. We appreciate that. But then we went for some exploring. We had dinner near the Bulls Stadium. What was this place called? Like Tobacco something. It was the first place I ever went to that had a crab burger. I've never seen that before. And the chickpea appetizer with the crispy chickpeas on top. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. It was so good. And y'all already know I'm gonna be looking for the gym. And I had to wear my brother's big behind shoes because I told my mama if she could pack her sneakers for me pretty please. But really I said if she had sneakers, and she was like, yeah. And then, you know, it's assumed that I thought maybe she would pack them, and then she didn't. So, you know, whatever. I digress. Just grateful somebody brought sneakers. Yes. You saw me playing with the buttons on the elevator before. I wasn't sure which floor the gym was on, and tell me why I look over and it says it on the goddamn, like, girl. But you know, we keep moving. The lesson learned is that you always should look for some directions because it's probably posted before you start asking questions. And look how fancy the stairs are on the outside. You know how usually the hotel stairs are way in the back and then hidden in behind those like metal doors. Coming down the hallway, everything's looking good. Nobody's in the gym, and they have an indoor pool and jacuzzi. So we lit. I didn't even bring a bathing suit and I don't even get in the pool, but we lit. But we love a good pump. I stayed in the gym for like 2 hours, and it was a dumbbell workout, and I did cardio, period. And the next day we did a little bit more exploring at Duke University. I mean, y'all, this campus is insane, and we didn't even go inside, and this is only one section of the campus. Come on now. For lunch, we went to Vittles at the Park. We actually saw a lot of TikToks recommending this place. I was so excited when they had jerk salmon on the menu, and look at the portion size. Like, that's the biggest salmon I've had in one sitting. And yes, it was very good. I had meals for the rest of the day just off of that. So we actually ended up driving to Raleigh because it was only maybe like 30 minutes more of a drive. And I believe we went to the downtown area. It was where all the outside malls were. Very, very cute. Thank you for having pet-friendly stores. And they had this ice skating rink right in the middle, so of course we had to indulge. I don't even remember the last time I ice skated, and I thought it was gonna be like roller skating, but not quite. And of course my brother wanted to play around trying to race me, and then I fell to the floor. Y'all, when I put my hands on the floor, tell me why they were numb. I'm out here ice skating, no beanie, no gloves, just raw dog in it. But the 15 minutes of cold that we could handle was very fun. And you know, we got to document. They had the perfect picture opportunity in the ornament. Minnie wasn't really feeling it, but girl. For dinner, we went to this food market where they had a bunch of different mini restaurants. Shout out. And I don't know if we were there early or just when everyone was out of town, but like it should have been more popping than it was. They had some really cool, unique food options like that I had never heard of before. I mean, they had this Indian restaurant. I wanted to go there so bad, but I'm telling y'all, I was full from the salmon.
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa afuera, pa adentro.
You can tell this is Jamaican.
Yeah. She's like arriba.
Now it's funny because we have this debate in our family where I take on more of my dad's heritage and my brother takes on more of my mom's heritage. And my mom is Puerto Rican, so my brother knows Spanish and he loves Puerto Rican food. And I have the locks, I understand patois, and I definitely love Jamaican food. Go to my mama, go to my mama. Oh, I also wanted to add this little snippet because my little brother wanted to ask me if I wanted to do an ab workout with him. Oh. So as we were doing some more exploring, we went to visit the Duke University Chapel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was a sight to see. Oh my goodness, just walking up, your jaw was on the floor. Just looking up and breaking your neck to see how incredibly tall this building is. Like, I was so excited to get there. I was like, hurry up, let me see. I mean, gee. I'm just warning y'all right now, the camera is not gonna do it justice. And the students literally have church here on Sundays. Isn't that cool? Like, you imagine this being your regular church. What? I mean, I do not actually go to church, but if I was to, this would be dope to go here. And I think coming here solidified that maybe we were in North Carolina at a slow time, which I was so grateful for because there's no crowds, there's no lines. Like, it was very nice. And the people here are so sweet. They wouldn't let the dogs in, rightfully so. So my parents held them while we went to look inside, and then we switched. And we were sitting with the dogs, these two handsome gentlemen, black folks, thank God. Oh my God. They were just giving us our flowers. My brother was repping New York Yankees, so he was like, I like your hat, I like your Timbs. And we was just conversing about like life, and he was giving us our blessings, and it was just so sweet, like out of that little interaction. Like, what? No, but y'all, let's get into the architecture. Did you know that the ceiling goes to 291 feet? And the designs on all of these columns around the walls just like mesmerize you. They had these gigantic organs, gigantic. Yes, that was zoomed in ×3. And they had the baby Jesus scene. These wood pieces are so nice. They probably handcrafted it. Like, that's the type of level they on. And this room in the corner is where my brother said they probably do confessionals. And I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems right. So the memorial chapel was lit, gorgeous architecture again, and very ancient, very vintage. Those three men in the back are Jesus, St. Peter, and St. Paul. Yeah, I did my research. And these men in the very detailed white stone are who the university is named after. So Washington Duke and his sons Benjamin and James Duke. I'm not sure what that bowl was, but it looked like where they, baptized the baby or something. And they had a down below where they had a bunch of the presidents buried. I think it's really cool to experience the type of environment. I mean, being surrounded in that stone, the concrete, you get to see how the sun shines through the window and looking at all this vintage architecture. I mean, it was like cool in the room, and all of these spirits are down here, not to be like, but it's powerful and heavy. And the fact that I got to experience it, or just, to say that I've been inside one of these, it's just so cool. So we actually went to the chapel bright and early first thing in the morning. So we are going to breakfast now. At this point, we are already on the way back home, but I wanted to stop in Greensboro for something that I will show you in 1 second. This diner gave such homey vibes, super cute. The owner was actually Spanish, which is what I think subconsciously attracted us. And that French toast was so good. So this is what I wanted to show y'all. I had the opportunity to meet a couple of content creators, super dope people in real life. You're going to see more of us in 2024. And it just inspires me that I need to do more collaborations because it was so fun meeting people, especially that have the same drive and mindset that you do, especially when it comes to content creating. With that being said, I know that I posted a reel about this, but I'm also going to put in my YouTube video. I want to do more collaborations in 2024. So if we have some things in common with our niches and content creating, please drop some comments so that we can link up. I also added another addition to my room when we got back. I got this fluffy stool from my friend a long time ago, probably like a year ago, but I haven't put it in my room yet because my room has been small and I don't know where to put it, so it's been hiding in my parents' room. And it finally clicked, and it made sense to put it right here in my little, electronic corner, period. And y'all could see with all the dancing I was doing how much more space I got, and now I can really feel like I can do whatever I want and record whatever I want and have my room looking peaceful. I also want to take these paintings that I have over here and add them to my painting wall, and I meant to do it a long time ago, but I've been missing nails, so that's why they're just kind of sitting up like that. But yeah, y'all, that is the vlog. It was a lot going on and I didn't even realize it, but thanks for joining, thanks for tuning in. 2024 is the year we're prioritizing YouTube. We are going to hit monetization levels this year, period. Y'all just wait on it, just wait on it, okay? Baby, baby, baby.